A recent study indicates that a growing number of people, as many as 98%, have completely lost their desire to have sex. Scientists are calling this phenomenon the dry spell.
My name is Michelle Orn, and I am currently a bartender at one of the country's last nightclubs. Ever since the dry spell hit and I was unaffected, I can't make friends, I can't keep a job.
Hello?
Hey Michelle, I just got another customer complain about
What are
you.
you talking about?
Yeah, he said you made him feel extremely uncomfortable how you were looking at him.
I was just being friendly.
You know, it's been a long time since that kind of friendly's been acceptable.
Whatever.
I remember what it was like before the dry spell, when people still cared about appearances. And, you know, I used to be proud of trying to look sexy, and now I'm looked down on for taking that extra step.
Yeah, we at McKay & Sons have pretty much abandoned the whole idea of dressing professionally. I mean, ever since the population stopped caring about sex, we realized all this time we spent on hygiene and fashion that should be spent on business productivity. I mean, the values, the whole self-empowerment that came with sex, even sex itself, it all just seems a little ridiculous now, doesn't it?
I mean, it took me a while to notice, but ultimately I find watching television a lot cheaper and a lot easier than actually being with someone.
I've lived with Michelle since before the dry spell hit. We used to have a strong sexual relationship for about 3.5 years, but now just the idea of seeing her intimately is just gross. She still keeps on with the same routine. She does her hair, she gets ready for work, she puts on makeup. I don't know when she changed. She's a completely different person now.
He just keeps getting worse. Do you know that man used to be the vice president of Spartan Condoms? But once the dry spell hit, he just gave up his job, and gave up his life, and traded it all just to work on the production line at the Chizo factory down the street.
What do I need money for? Surely I don't need women anymore.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm done. Pick up your own shit, like more, okay? It's your mess. You clean it up. I don't want anything to do with it.
You got a hot date tonight or something?
What does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. But I'm tired of calling the exterminator twice a week just to get them to come out and clean up your Cheetos crumbs. You have enough to feed a fucking cockroach colony, and I'm tired of it. They spread diseases. Don't you know that? Every night when I go to bed, I think about giving up and how my life would be easier. But when I wake up in the morning, I'm confident things are going to change. They just never do. And I think my life would be a lot easier if I didn't have this sex drive. If I was just like everyone else and just stopped caring.
Back when sex was cool, I used to get all kinds of ladies all the time, but it was so much time and effort that I had to waste. And my wife was always like, "Where are you all the time? Where do you keep going?" It was just this whole big ordeal, but I don't miss it at all. I mean, really, it did nothing but just mess shit up.
So I'm on my way to group therapy again, and you know, I don't really know what I expect to get out of it anymore. It's not really, I mean, nothing changes, you know, but, you know, I keep going, kind of still holding on to hope. Call it naivety, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't even know why I bother going to group. Honestly, like, those people are just stupid. Like, sex still controls their lives, even if it's just the absence of sex. Like, I don't know why I go. However, I'm blushing a little. There was a new guy, and his name was Craig, and he was pretty handsome, but still, I don't know if I want to go to group anymore. It's just too... It's frustrating. Nothing's ever gonna change. But I might go next week just to see if Craig's there. It's been really hard since my parents don't really support me. I mean, I've watched their relationship crumble. My dad quit his job and took up video games, and my mom watches the Couch Shopping Network every day, and it's just really sad.
I just really don't know what I'm going to do with Michelle. You know, why she would continue to have this sex drive when it's just not the right thing to have. I mean, why would she want to do those things? I mean, I can't even imagine being with her father again.
I'm still hopeful that there's someone else, you know?
I know, but it has been so long since I'd actually seen any male who has a sex drive. And I know that somewhere out there you have this dream that there's going to be someone there, but I really could not see you finding anyone.
Craig's really got to come through. I mean, he is my last chance. There's nothing after this that's going to change. So, he called me.
I was a little bit hesitant to call her at first because I didn't want her to think I was harassing her. But there's just something about her I find so interesting. I mean, I just moved here from a small town, and it's really nice to have someone to connect with.
I'm on my way to meet him at the park right now. I'm pretty excited. I'm a little bit nervous, though, because this will be my first date in a really long time. But I hope it goes well.
Craig and I just met at the park, and we had a really nice time, but it got a little awkward at the end there. I really hope I didn't scare him away.
Hey,
What?
wake up.
What?
How much money did you spend paying someone else to clean up your mess?
Well, quit your bitching. I did it myself.
What?
Yeah, I did it myself. You're welcome.
Aw.
Women be hating.
It's unbelievable how something so small like a clean apartment can mean so much. I mean, ever since, sex became ancient history, it's been such a long time since anyone showed me something to say they cared.
People that still have sex, yes, they're crazy. I don't really get it. Sex was abandoned, but yeah.
I went over to his house tonight for dinner, and it was like the fourth time we'd hung out, and we were watching that new Peter Johnston movie on his couch. And I said, screw it, and I just leaned over and I kissed him. And he said he wasn't interested.
Michelle, I'm not interested.
How could you just lead me to believe you wanted a relationship with me?
What, you thought just because I had you over for dinner I was trying to seduce you? I wasn't insinuating that at all.
So we were never gonna have sex?
For God's sakes, no. You're going to sit there and tell me you wanted me for sex this whole time? I thought we had so much more.
You know what? I'm sorry if it's such a burden on you.
I just had no idea she thought this was all about sex. This is a little too much for me right now.